So I've had issues with a late payer. Let me tell you how I got on. Oh, I'll let you know how I got on last week as well. Hello there, and welcome back to the channel. So as you can see, I'm driving and it's quite dark. And that's not because it's late at night. Quite the opposite. It's early in the morning. It's actually 25 past 3, and we're doing a job this morning up to Scotland, just up to Paisley, just near, not too far from Glasgow. And it's Wednesday, by the way. And ended up not working yesterday. So Monday was we had a drop off in the morning at 8 o'clock. We did that, we completed that, and then I just did a few jobs, just bobbing about really on Monday. A few small price jobs, got 3 in. Well, sorry, 2 small price jobs and 1 slightly longer job. And we hit our minimum for the day. Didn't hit our target, but we hit the minimum, so I can't complain at that. And yesterday, Tuesday, was absolutely horrendous, to the point where I ended up not working. It just got to the stage where the jobs coming out, or lack of jobs coming out, weren't suitable, or I did bid on a few but didn't get them, so ended up not working. And it can be quite demoralising. Can't even say it. It really gets on your nerves when you can't get work, and you end up being a little bit, don't know, it just slows you down. You get up in the morning and you're all energetic and you're looking for work, and you're really buzzing and you want it to go, and then you start bidding on a few jobs and you don't get them. Then there's not really jobs that's the right kind of work for you for whatever reason. Maybe a little bit too far away, or not worth it from how much you get paid for it, to timelines and all that kind of stuff. And it does get to you. So we ended up not working yesterday. But what I did get yesterday is a job for today. And that's thanks again to James at Freddie Fletcher's. Thank you very much, James, much appreciated. And it's a job which was picking up from him and taking up to Scotland this morning. Hence why it's a bit of a dark video and I look a little bit blurred. To be fair, because it is early in the morning, me being blurred is probably not a bad thing. I hope you can see and hear enough of the video to understand it. But what I did have yesterday, I had 2 meetings with 2 YouTubers. So obviously I picked up from James, so I got to see James in the afternoon. And in the morning, Mr. Dave, Mr. Anvil Logistics, was actually down the road from me, and he was parked up on an Audi car park, and I needed to nip to the shop, so I went and said hello before I went in and got my hash browns. So yeah, so I met 2 YouTubers yesterday, and I'll show you the pictures. It was great to see the lads. you know, we do talk quite a bit, so meeting up's always quite nice. Anyway, we're off to Paisley. We've got a drop off at 8 o'clock, so we've got what, 4.5 hours till, well, 4.5 hours we've got to get there. We'll just have a nice drive up the M6. I'll let you know how we get on with the rest of the week later on. So a bit of a rundown from last week. Only ended up working 3 days, which isn't brilliant, but Tuesday became just a nil and void because there was just nothing knocking about which was suitable. I was up, ready to go, dressed, but just nothing right. And then Friday we went out, we did one job, and there were not a lot coming back, so I went and met up with Neil. Here he is. Hello everyone. So a week of filming people and meeting people, I think is the right way to say it. And look who I bumped into.
Hello everyone, you've maybe recognised the van. It's just a compressed version of Andy's big bus.
So not done a lot today, but I knew that Neil was coming down to Bury, which isn't far from me at all, and I was travelling back down this way, and I think we were probably about 5 minutes away as we were passing.
I appreciate the phone call. We had planned a cup of coffee, but I've just taken a little quick minimum charge job and I need to shoot off and get that, so enjoy your gigging tonight, Andy.
Oh, I will.
And I'll catch you all next week, gents.
Can't help meet a legend, can you? Catch you later. So there you go, Neil at Neptune Couriers. It was really good to see you, mate, and you know, hopefully next time we meet we'll be able to have that coffee. Such a nice bloke, and please go and check out his channel, Neptune Courier. He's got a lot of good advice on there. He's yeah, top fella. So just to sum up again, around last week, Monday, like I said, we did a few bits of jobs. Tuesday didn't work. Wednesday did the job to Scotland, and I actually got a job back from Glasgow. And then I got a small job where a shipper actually rung me and asked me if I'd do a small local-ish job, just a half-an-hour run. So that gave me my fuel back, which reduced my dead miles massively and gave me the money that I needed really for the week. Didn't work Thursday, and just went out and did one job on Friday. So, like I said, I've hit my minimum for the week. That's running 3 days. So, you know, we're in February. It's still quietish out there. More profitable this week because we've not had as many dead miles. So, yeah, I can cope with that. I can cope with that. Right, so I've had an issue with a late payer, and this goes back to beginning of October, and they've actually paid me yesterday. Today, sorry, they've paid me. So I thought I'd run through what I do and how I do it. So I think I've briefly shown you before. I actually do a paper copy of all my invoices. And I've got, you can see I've got this month's invoices, last month's invoices. I've got anything owing. Now sometimes owing can be, it can be what you've not been paid, but it can also be things which go over to a different month, so they just get filed in there. And actually with this last payment I'm fully up to date. There is a couple in there, but they're due in the next couple of weeks, so I'm not concerned about them. And then I've obviously got January's, February's, which at the moment all of February is actually last year's February's, March, April, May, all the way through, and then all the way through to December. So from October, November, December is actually obviously the one's just gone, and then I've got a few other bits of details at the back that I keep hold of. Apologies if the video's not brilliant while I'm holding it and doing it at the same time. And this is my invoice. So this is the one that I've had problems with. Now obviously I've nailed all the details out, in regards to the actual shipper and personal information. Obviously I don't want to share everything, but I just wanted to show you what I actually do. So first thing is the main reason, and this is a photocopy by the way of the actual original that I printed off. The first thing that I do is that right at the top in black you can see, and apologies, I'm not the best writer in the world, I mailed and posted that invoice on the 8th of the 10th, and this job is from the 6th of October. So I mailed it, and then once it goes past the payment date, I put on it, it's late. So from that, I will then send them an email. So I emailed them on the 28th of the 12th, and I got no reply. I then emailed them on the 6th of January and the 21st of January, and then I reposted. So I reposted the invoice and the photos of the proof of it, and that was done on the 31st of January. And the reason why I did that is because I'd obviously posted the original, so I've not got a copy of the original, I've only got the carbon copy. So I photocopied the carbon copy, sent them that with also the pictures that I sent them on the day of the actual delivery, which I had on my phone. So I actually printed them off and I sent them out again. So that was at the end of January. And then this one here is from last week. So that's the last one I mailed them. Now, on a couple of these mails, I mailed them saying, listen, this needs resolving. I said, obviously, I've still not left feedback. I would look at putting a complaint in and all that kind of stuff. I even mentioned around small claims court, which isn't something that I don't really want to go down, but you know, you've got to show that you're willing to do that if you need to. But as you can see, I've obviously got the email trail as well. From the invoice, I've got, I've written on it, on my copy, exactly where we're up to with it. So, like I said, I've emailed and posted it. I've got proof of when I actually did that. I've then got written down every day that I've mailed them, and obviously I've got the emails on my email page to prove that I've done that. I've reposted it again because it was a postal one. Has it been lost in the post? Possibly. That's why I reposted it with some more information, and then all the emails to back it up. The last email I sent last week, I basically said to him, you've got till Friday to pay it until I take it any further. And I would have took it further, and I would have put a complaint in on the CX, and I would have potentially looked at going down the road of obviously small claims court and all that kind of stuff. Now my view on this is that if you go in all guns blazing, the chances of you getting paid are probably nil and void, because they're going to be aggroed, aren't they? They're going to be, well, if he's giving me bad feedback and if he's doing this and he's doing that, then why should I pay them? Ultimately, I've got a result. And through this process, by the way, I have not heard from them. I've not had any correspondence off them whatsoever. But ultimately, the money's landed in my account. And funnily enough, they paid me £2 extra than they should have paid me. I don't know why, but they paid me £2 extra. So it's been resolved. Happy days. The next thing for me, I mean, ultimately that was the main goal, weren't it, to get paid? But ultimately for me, I will still be going on and I will be giving them bad feedback, and I will be blocking them, because I don't want to work for a company that's not going to pay me. Now on the feedback, relatively good feedback, to be fair. They've not really had any major issues. And, you know, I am a believer that maybe benefit of the doubt, sometimes things happen and things crop up, or reasons why things haven't been done, or whatever. But as you can see, I've given as much opportunity as possible. And you know what? If there is an issue, all they needed to do is email me back. That's all they needed to do. And then we could have resolved it in a different way. So that's how I've done it. Now, bear in mind, this was the 6th of October and I've just been paid on the 10th of February. So it's been a long process, but I'm not being an idiot about it. I've been quite fair in my first few emails, and then towards the end I was just a little bit more demanding. Look, this needs resolving, this needs sorting out, and touch wood, hopefully we won't get any other major issues. I've been running on the CX now for what, 18 months or so, and it's I have had late payments before, but this is the one that's been the biggest pain in the backside, I have to say. But I'm thankful it's resolved. Anyway, let me know how you do things and what you maybe would have done differently. If you have got any late payments out there yourselves, as frustrating as it is, just keep going at it. You know, set your timeline of when you want it done. You can see from the timeline, I've been more than fair. It's something that should have been paid, mid towards the end of December, and that on its own, you know, Christmas and that can cause problems. So you are a bit more lenient over Christmas and New Year. But then as we get into the end of January and that, you're thinking, well, they're taking the mick now. But, you know, we're resolved, done, dusted by the 10th of February. So, results. But like I said, if you've got any feedback, if you've got any other way you would do it, then please let me know. I'm always open to suggestions. And if you're stuck in a situation where you can't deal with one of these, then I hope this helps a little bit. And I hope you get all yours resolved and sorted out. That's it, I think, for this week. It's been a quiet week. 3 days worked. Target hit for the 3 days. Payment received on a late payment, which is always good. And yeah, we move on to next week. Listen, I hope everyone's having a great time out there, and they're getting as much work as they possibly can and earning the money that they need. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.